Hey everyone, it's Samsonite Bricks here with my first review. I've been a part of the LEGO fan community for 10 years, but I finally joined YouTube this week, and I hope this will be a place for unique reviews and unique insights, and different types of videos than the kinds that are already out there. I want to have a unique voice. But we are going to start with a review. I know it's, overdone at this point, but it's all I have the setup to do right now. But we're going to do something a little interesting when it comes to reviews today. And that's because today we're going to look at a polybag. You're going to look at set 30527, Lucy, versus the Alien Invader. Let's zoom that out a bit there. No. But we're not just reviewing this set today. We're also going to be taking a look at this one, 30340, Emmett's Peace Offering. And also, to finish it off, we're going to be reviewing all three versions of 30528 mini-masterbuilding Metalbeard. So I'm just going to build these up, and then we'll look at all three sets. Now, I'm not going to be doing speed builds on every set I review, because I hope to eventually be doing some live streams for some builds. But just for this first one, I decided I would do a speed build of just the three main polybags. So there's the first one done, and hopefully, if there is anyone watching, they'll comment down below how the speed build turned out on that first set. Hopefully it was visible to everyone. Let's move on to the next one now. Definitely feel like Emmett's piece looked better on camera. You'll have to let me know. Alright, so the first set we're going to talk about is Emmett's Peace Offering. This set only consisted of 44 pieces, and it was a relatively quick build. Out of the three polybags, this one probably took the quickest. It's a very basic build. It doesn't use like any majorly large, small pieces. In fact, there were no spare pieces at all with this set, which I can't remember the last time I built a set that didn't have a spare part in it. So we're going to look at the minifig up close. So first off, we have Emmett here, and this is just his standard LEGO Movie 2 appearance, with the fraying around most of the shiny bits of his outfit. This figure's not that hard to get. This is, I think even the face is the most used face. But as of recording this review, this is the first time I've gotten this Emmett. So, I mean, it is definitely the cheapest way to get it. You can see on the back, even the printing on the back is faded. He does have a secondary face, and let me just... there we go. This is a face that I've wanted to see on Emmett since 2014. Most of the Emmets usually have a scared face. This one's got a determined grin. And I think that's something that makes this figure a bit more unique amongst the Emmets. But, again, this is a pretty standard Emmet. There's nothing really special about him. So we'll move on to the rest of the review. I'm also going to use the minifigure displayer thing just to give you a nice 360 of the Emmett's Peace Offering. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I'm not going to say anything about the significance of this in the plot, although it does actually play a bigger role than I thought it would, and hence why I had to pick this set up once I realized that it was available at my Toys R Us. But, out of the three polybags that I'm reviewing today, this is probably my least favorite, just because there's not much exciting about it. It is, after all, just a heart and a minifigure. But there's just not really much to make you want to pick it up for a collection. So now, let's move on to the next polybag. So now we're going to talk about Lucy and the Duplo Alien Invader. This one also has 44 pieces, and let's look at that Lucy figure up close. So again, like the Emmett in the last set, this is a very common Lucy. She's in at least 3 other sets, like this exact version, everything about her. And most of these parts are also in the CMF version of Wild Style. However, just like that Emmet also, this is the first time I'm getting my hands on this, some of the newer parts in this figure, like the new scarf and the new hair that has the goggles molded into it. She also, for a polybag figure, I don't think I've ever seen a polybag figure that has dual molded legs like she does. I mean, I know it's a common figure in this way, but it's still cool to see dual molds making their way into polybags. She comes with a bowcaster and a quiver on her back. And let's go ahead and remove that stuff so you can see the back. And while I'm showing you the back, I'll also show you the extra, the double-sided face, where she's a lot more angrier. I do think this figure is better than the Emmet, and I don't mind getting multiples of this figure. Now let's look at the Duplo Invader. Again, because the build is so small, we'll just look at it the same on the figure display. This uses the exact same build that's found in Emmet's Thricycle and the Ultra Caddy set. Here's the one from the Thricycle right here. They're pretty much identical except in coloring and a few differences in the build. Number one, this figure doesn't have a feature at the back, whereas the one in the Thricycle does, which makes the eye turn. Another thing that's actually kind of a disappointment with this polybag, the way this figure is built with its Technic pins makes the head like it's a stiff connection, whereas with this one, as it's already identified, there's no, it won't stay in place. If you knock this over accidentally, it's gonna fall. Like if you knock this one over, stays open or stays closed. This one, it won't stay open or it won't stay closed. But I still think this polybag is better than Emmet's Peace Offering, and it might be the best of the 3. We'll look at the Metal Beard, all 3 models of the Metal Beard one, and then I will decide which one's the best. So here we have the main build of mini-masterbuilding Metal Beard. Try saying that 3 times fast. And I gotta say, I really like this smaller model. I almost feel like this is a way he could look at some point in the films, and it would have just been like he's just being more compact for a purpose. Like when you put him in scale with, say, Emmet or Benny, like he's almost to scale with them, but he's still like a big fig type thing. So, call him now. Lego Movie 3. If it happens, Metal Beard might look like this. But all those jokes aside, this figure uses a tire at the bottom to kind of balance on these 4 peg legs that he has. And he also has a bit of a staff with like a crow's nest up top, or a small crow's nest. He has a sword in one robot hand, and he has a telescope in his other robot hand. He's the only model in the set to use all the parts. Both other ones leave some parts behind. The boat leaves a large amount of parts behind. So I think this one's the one where you get the most value for what you're paying. So now we'll look at the other 2 models, and then we'll go on to the final verdict. This is supposed to represent like a mini version of the Sea Cow, maybe, or just a normal pirate ship. It's my favorite of the 3 Metal Beard models. Unfortunately, the balance just isn't there. Like if if it's not sitting in just the right position, it's gonna fall. And now it's out of focus. So it's not the most stable model, but out of the 3 Metal Beards in the set, it is my favorite model of him. So let's look at the 3rd version of Metal Beard now. And finally, we have the last Metal Beard build. And when I first saw this, I thought that this was supposed to be emulating his tricycle, or his heavy motor trike from the new movie. But it's clearly not, now that I've seen it up close. It's just another mishmash vehicle that takes inspiration from some of his other creations, just like how the last one took inspiration from the Sea Cow. This is definitely my least favorite out of them, and it's just because it's not very interesting to me. It was kind of, there's just not a lot to say about it. The spikes there are, I guess, okay. The arms don't really work on this model because they're so far back that they just don't really look like, you can't make him pose with them at all. So yeah, this one's just the worst. So we'll go on to the final verdict now. So here we have all three sets together. For the final verdict, I do think that the order that they're on this base plate is probably the order from best to worst. Lucy and the Alien Invader is a great set if you just want a cheap way to get the Lucy figure, or if you wanted to build a Duplo army for some reason, that's a cheap way to get multiples of them. Metalbeard is also great for the main reason why I wanted to pick Metalbeard up originally. Metalbeard was the one character from the first LEGO movie that I missed, so I like that for $4 you can get parts like that, Metalbeard, which was out of print for such a long time. The Emmett's Peace Offering, if you want a complete, like a polybag collection, I'd get it. I mainly wanted to get it for the figure, and I wanted to get the heart. But, it's not the best LEGO Movie 2 set. So, I'm going to give the Lucy set 5 out of 5 for everything you're getting. Metalbeard I'll give a 4 out of 5. Only reason why it's not a perfect 5 is because the other builds don't make use of all the parts, so if you bought it just to build one of the other builds, you're going to have a bunch of leftover parts. And Emmett, I'm going to have to give it a 2 out of 5. Like, it has a good figure, and I guess has some useful colors for parts, but that's about it. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you'll subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload. Till next time, Samsonite Bricks is signing off and is going deep into the cosmos.